Hey everybody, today I thought I'd do a quick video on how I feed live baby brine to all my tanks. Uh, this has been sitting here for a while, so all the eggs are sitting at the top. I yanked it out of my other little 20-gallon tank here. I have two of these hatcheries, and I just used the heat from the water to hatch the eggs, and they're hatched in about 24 hours. But the one thing that I do differently is I don't siphon the live baby brine out of the salt water. All the water and all the live shrimp go into the tanks. So I'll just sit there and take some, pour it in, and I just move from tank to tank, and all these fish will gobble it all up. I do have some shrimp in there. There's some snails in here too, but nothing gets hurt by it. The salt I use is actually from my saltwater tank, and what that does is it has a lot of minerals that are actually good for your fish inside of there. And a little bit of salt is not a bad thing for your guppies. It's actually a pretty healthy thing for your guppies. Some people just like to use just regular old aquarium salt. I do always have aquarium salt on hand just in case I do see something going on with the fish that I don't like. I can always drop some into my tanks. Alright, so I'm going to feed some more of the fish here. These are the males of the albino bluetail from the pond outside. These are some like purple mosaics, more purples, blue irons. These here are the Dumbo ear guppies that I got. They actually already have some fry swimming around in there, so that's pretty cool. These are the red dragons. They actually have a whole bunch of fry in here. And up here are the yellow cobras. And there they go. There's some fry in there still too. And we'll move on. Okay, now I'm in the backyard with the totes. Had to pause and restart this video a bunch of times because it's hard to do this with just one hand holding the camera. Then we'll walk over to the 1,000-gallon. And basically what I do, I kind of stirred it up because I'm walking with one hand here. I'll let that settle for a second, but basically what I do is when the tube gets real brown with those eggs, I just stop feeding them. What I'll do is I'll pause it here until we get to the end, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's starting to get closer to the end. Pretty soon the tube will get real dark. I've heard people say, oh, it's bad if you give them a whole egg. I haven't really noticed that, and I'm not sure how you could tell that was the cause of a guppy's death over any other thing that could happen, other than, you know it's sick from disease. But fish can just die naturally as well. There we go. Getting very close to the bottom there. You see it's getting all dark in the tube. And that's just when I cut it off. And I'll just go pour out the rest of this, clean it out in the tub, fill it back up with water from that salt water tank, and put some more eggs in it and do it all over again. Well, if you got any questions, let me know. I know I do things a little bit differently than most, but thanks for watching, as always.